So when he says something like, I'm smarter than the generals, and the press goes running off of that because that's just a batshit crazy statement.
They just start making a big deal about him saying that, or
Right.
making a
They
big
go for
deal
the shiny
about
batshit statements, but never follow up with how. But how are you going to do
It's deflection. He deflects with
great
absurdities.
Yeah, absurdities and hyperbole about himself. That's what he does.
Leave your highfalutin intellect at the door. It's time for Carl and Mike.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Have you tested?
Oh, yeah.
Welcome, Carl Mike. I'm Carl.
I'm Mike.
We're here at the Corner Bakery Cafe in beautiful Dallas, Texas. How's it going?
Going good.
Yes? Did you watch our illustrious mini appetizer debate?
That was pathetic.
That really was.
I mean, it was absolutely pathetic.
It was really amazing because, I remember watching Matt, grill Hillary on this email thing. I said, well, I can't wait till he gets to Trump because, man, he's really hitting hard today. And then Trump comes, and Trump's batshit crazy. I've decided. He's not. First I thought he was narcissistic, and he is.
Yeah.
Then I thought he was sociopath, and he is. But now I think he's batshit crazy.
He's got to be. What I found interesting about watching that, and any time that I see his family, I like to look at the family expressions. These are not people that are having a good time.
No.
These are not people that are having a joyful time in doing this. They have to be sitting back watching somebody, their dad, their spouse.
Kind of cringing every time, don't you think? It's kind of like having your grandfather up there. You remember, everybody's got batshit crazy, the kind of, as you get older, I don't know what happens. Maybe it's going to happen with us.
Yeah.
But he's kind of batshit crazy, and you got to cringe going, oh, ouch, oh, it's got to be painful.
Yeah, it's like...
if you're rational, because he's insane.
You watch it and you go, oh, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. But I do that. That's
Generals,
what I think.
Generals are...
That's fine that
doubles,
you think that. It's not really, but if you want to think that, that's fine. But think that in your backyard.
Don't double down on Putin as you're running for president.
No. No.
Don't tell the public that you know more than... Don't double down on, I know more than... He doubled down on our narcissistic Trump card.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
He did.
Because he can't make a mistake. He can't say, oh, that was stupid of me. He just doesn't have
No, that
ability.
would be admitting to a mistake or maybe a misjudgment or a
Just
character
the
flaw.
psyche.
And he doesn't have any because I am
the greatest.
The greatest.
Yeah. I am batshit crazy. And to me, the fact that he's within spitting distance of Hillary Clinton says to me just how strong the tribalism is in this country. And she's not a good candidate. She should. I agree with Morning Joe. They said she should say, "Look,
She's
I've
a
answered
flawed
this
candidate.
thing."
Well, they're both flawed. They're both liars. They both manipulate the system. But one's dangerous.
One's bat fucking shit crazy.
And dangerous.
Yeah, he could kill people that you know. He could send this country and the
Well,
world in this weird place.
Let's say he tries, and let's say the generals, which we've never had this happen in our country.
We could absolutely see that
go,
happen.
I'm not listening to this guy. I'm not following him. And then there's a coup, a military coup in this country.
I think there'd be a refusal to serve.
A revolt. Yeah, a refusal to serve.
Right.
But he'll always find some generals.
He's got 88 of them.
You got to believe that some of those 88 right now are they're getting their erasers out, trying to get their name off. It says that the generals were reduced to a rabble.
That doesn't even make any sense. Yeah, and of course he started talking about what's in the briefings there. Starting to go that direction.
Yeah,
I could tell by their body language.
Because he's an expert on body language. So are we, folks, and we're saying
Batshit fucking crazy.
Batshit fucking crazy.
Seriously, he's off the rails. We have actually put ourselves in a position as a country where we have given this guy potential power to become president of the United States to someone who's batshit crazy. How did that ever happen?
I don't know.
You know how that happened? That happened from being in the bubble too long in Fox News land.
I think Fox is retreating.
I don't know. I haven't watched him.
I get the
No,
impression that
he seems to do all his interviews on Fox.
Greta Van Susteren was booted. She said she quit, but she booted when Ailes was booted.
Definitely Fox News is going through some
Okay,
changes.
yeah, they're going through some changes, and there's some other females that are coming back going, oh yeah, she was right. That's what this place is.
I think $20 million settlement. $20 million is a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm thinking that now, and part of that I'm basing it on conversations that I have with other people, mainly my mom, who's not listening to them as much as she did. She was talking about Glenn Beck. She used to listen to Glenn Beck. That's when I started getting nervous. And she goes, yeah, I just don't like him anymore. I don't like his views and stuff like that. And I said, well, number one, he's going under. His little media empire is tanking, which tells you something. So I don't know. I think it's
like
I
your
think
moms
it
don't
I,
like his views
well
anymore.
I think there may be a little bit of the awakening, and I think at some point there's going to be people that go, I just can't go there. That's a bridge too far. I cannot vote for that guy. And it's like
Saying Trump?
Joe. Yeah, it's Joe in the morning. He's not going to vote for him. He was going to vote for Aleppo Johnson until.
Yeah. Maybe we should have more seriously ran for president, because it seems like Carl and Mike know a hell of a lot more. How do you run for president and not know this stuff? What's Aleppo?
What's better than watching him say that with a blank face is watching all the other people looking at him going,
You're kidding.
Did he just say that?
Yeah.
And then
Mike
Barnacle
Barnacle,
goes,
yeah.
You're kidding, right? And then watching him try and get off the line the
Right.
next all the rest of that day, and the next day trying to go, hey, I'm human. Yeah, well, Trump's human. There are lots of people that are human. We're actually looking for somebody that's relatively intelligent and informed human, and so.
Well, he kind of backed up. First he said it was a brain fart, but I didn't get the sense that it was a brain fart.
No, I didn't get that at all. We were watching that live, and I was going, what?
Yeah. So we have nobody.
No, So now Joe says, I can't vote for him. So it's like, okay, what do we do? And he started this thing this last week. He said he's starting to talk more and more people that are just going to leave that part of their ballot blank and then pull the lever for everybody underneath.
Yeah.
That's still lever pulling on people that shouldn't be in there. I have a friend, Skip, that's got a
agree.
great bumper sticker on the back of his truck, reelect no one. And so if I tell you, if ever there was election to do that, what you basically do is anybody that's in office
You have to
now.
be informed on who the incumbent is. It doesn't
That's
say
all you have to
incumbent
do.
on the ballot.
Yeah, all you need to know is who the incumbents are, and that's not that hard to find out. Who are the people in office now?
Yeah.
Don't vote for them. That's pretty easy.
Yeah, but in some cases they don't even have such a solid place. They don't even have a Democratic challenger.
Well, in that case, if that person is an incumbent, you don't vote for them.
I agree.
You know?
I'm going to take a look at that. I don't want to vote for incumbent.
That would help us a lot down here. I mean, a lot. We were talking a while ago. This our pre-episode prep session.
Pre-episode prep.
Pre-episode.
That's right.
What did it
3
last 2-3 minutes, something like that, and then we
We're
start
very,
talking about something. We go.
We're Donald Trump-like. We wing it. Maybe we are just like Donald.
This is a mental dance. Anyway, Cuban,
Yes.
Mark Cuban was on Squintin' the Meat Puppet today. I keep calling him Squintin' Meat Puppet because Esquire, there's a writer, Charles Pierce. You need to be reading this guy right now. It's just, he's good. He's
Charles
real
Pierce
good.
writing on
Yeah, and he'll
politics for
write
Esquire.
several articles a day. Anyway, Cuban was on this morning and saying that Trump is a master of headline porn.
Yeah?
And he's basically, it's like when planes are being followed, or when a missile's been shot at them, they release all these metal shards to confuse the missile.
Right.
Now, if you think of the missile as basically the media
Asking a
trying to
question.
hone in on the ass end of a
Trump.
Trump jet to try and take him down, and what he's doing is he's throwing out these articles and stupid statements, and everybody
Word
veers
salad,
off,
as they say.
veers off to this one for a while, or veers off to that one. That's what he's doing, and I thought that was a great analogy.
Yeah.
And the other thing Cuban said, which I thought was good, he said, you just need to belittle his intellectual capacity, because that's one thing he can't stand, is he cannot stand to not be taken seriously intellectually. Or talk about his little wiener.
Kind of both the same.
Make him whip it
Little
out.
brain. what Trump does is you could break it down. So like you could ask me how to make a peanut butter sandwich.
How do you make a peanut butter sandwich?
Peanut butter. Let me tell you the problems with peanut butter. You got rat things in peanut butter. You know, you can't trust peanut butter. Now, if
Yeah.
I was going to make a peanut butter sandwich, I would make the greatest peanut butter sandwich.
Right.
Okay, but you can't trust the peanut butter.
Well, he also said you can't trust the peanut butter, and you know that.
Right.
He would also
Yeah.
get you to buy into
So
that
he
by
gives
saying,
you
already know
yeah,
that.
He gives
I'm
you a
just telling you.
statement, a true statement about a problem, or he gives you a problem. He gives you an answer to. He gives you the problem. He states the problem in his way. Right. Then he says. Then he does hyperbole. He says, I can fix it." But
I
he
make the best
there's
peanut butter and jelly
yeah,
sandwich.
I make the best peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah.
But he never tells you how to fix peanut. He never answers your
And I
question.
use real peanut butter.
He shares
Trump peanut
yeah,
butter.
Yeah. He shares the problem. He states the problem, or as he perceives the problem, and he states that he's a see all, do all. He never really answers your question.
No.
Right.
That would require some sort of knowledge about
And so
the
you're right.
subject.
So when he says something like "I'm smarter than the generals," and the press goes running off of that because that's just a batshit crazy statement.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was
They
in there.
just start making a big deal about him saying that, or
Right.
making
they
a big
go for
deal
the
about
shiny
him.
batshit statement, but never follow up with how. But how
It's
are you
it's
gonna do it?
deflection. He deflects with
great-
absurdities.
Yeah, absurdities and hyperbole about himself. That's what he does. And somebody a couple times, I think Hardball did it one time with him. Really try to get him to get down to specifics. Of course, with yesterday, he's not going to tell you because it's a secret. All right, that's even better.
Oh, yeah. Now, why would I tell you what I'm going to do with ISIS? Because then they would know.
Right.
Why would you tell your enemies what you are planning to do? It's a negotiation. It's a secret. You don't tell them what you're going to do. I totally agree with that. What he said there is true. What he said now, I believe that he's got some sort of plan? No, absolutely not.
Right.
You'd have to have an understanding of the problem first to put together a plan, and then you'd have to have buy-in from people. So no, I don't. He doesn't have
Well,
that at all.
the whole thing is absurd. The thing where I'm going to get the generals to give me a 30-day plan on how to tackle. You don't think that they're trying, right? They haven't been working on how to get rid of ISIS already?
Sure.
I think there's already plans. They don't need to wait 30 days down. They can give it to you in 30 minutes because that's already been done. So, this gives you a hard headache because it's so out of reality. Yeah, people are already trying to figure this shit out.
The
He's
thing
going to fire the generals he doesn't like. And
Yeah.
He's going to hire a bunch of new generals.
The people have already made their decision to support him. There's nothing that he could do or say
Oh,
that will
right.
change him. They're committed now. They've committed to
35%
themselves.
is
They've
guaranteed.
committed to other people, to friends, and they're not going to back off. They're going to walk off the cliff with him. They're
Well,
going to walk off the cliff
I
with
believe
him.
the polls are closer than you can.
Well, that's one of the things I was going to say today too. It scared me. I started watching 538 a few weeks ago, and Hillary had an 87% chance of 87% chance of winning. Now, last time I looked at it was 71%.
Right.
So yeah, that's a huge drop in
I found
percentage.
something. Is it possible that? I guarantee definitely Hillary's part of the problem. But is it possible that people don't want enough men, and maybe some women don't want a woman president? That really hasn't talked about that issue of a woman president.
Yeah, no, I think probably so.
Because it's been around email servers and all that kind
Yeah,
of crap.
no, but I don't think there's enough to push us over the edge. But Cuban said if Trump gets elected, he's hedging his bets. If it looks like there's a chance he's going to get in, he's going to hedge his bets in the market on all his investments.
What does that mean? What is he
That
gonna
means
do?
he says if Trump is elected, the markets will tank. I think that's absolutely true. I think they're going to tank anyway, but I think they'll tank worse with Trump. And so he's going to bet on the loss to cover himself.
So he's going to short a bunch.
Yeah, well, whatever they call that, short, longs, mediums.
Trump gets elected, I definitely think the markets will tank.
These are interesting times. They keep being interesting times. I would like for them to be not so interesting.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, I can see the documentaries already being made of this era.
Oh my
of this
God!
period.
Well, there's going to have to be some distance because people are going to go. I got to sit back and absorb this and try and figure out what the fuck happened.
People want change, and he's the
Yeah.
only change candidate, really.
They really don't care. They're going. I don't care. Yeah, he's an idiot. It's been the same old thing over and over again, and I'll take a chance on this.
When you've got a Congress at 11%, but here's the thing they don't realize. What they really want to change is Congress. What they really want to change is to break this stalemate that we're in where nothing gets done. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, there's the hardcores on both sides that want their own thing. But
Vote for no one.
When you see someone saying, they'll say 65% of the country wants change, I don't look at that as an indictment against Obama because I think in that change what people want is they want more purple and less red and blue.
But the problem with that is everybody wants change, but they want to keep their guy in there.
Right.
Everybody keeps sending their guy
No, that's
back.
the gerrymandering thing. You can't get a change. The incumbent already has more money. So do you know the name of your third district? You know what I mean? People don't have the political awareness. So if you've got money, then you're the only name they're going to remember. It's like Aunt Jemima. You know Aunt Jemima. Is there another
Yeah.
syrup? Well, I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Well, okay, let's do it this way. If you remember somebody's name, if you have an
You'll
awareness
vote
of
for
that,
him.
don't vote for him.
Yeah, that's really how you probably should
Yeah,
do it.
that's how you do
If
it.
you recognize the name, vote for the other guy.
Yeah. You just vote for somebody that hadn't been in there.
Incumbency, name recognition, and money, and then you've got the gerrymandering thing.
Yeah, it's
really-
it's
you got
incumbents
11% Congress approval rating and a 95%
Yeah.
Congress re-electing.
Yeah, it's like my mom keeps saying. Her big thing is until you get term limits, nothing's going to change. And I said, Mom, to get term limits, you're going to have to ask the people you're putting out of work to vote for it. That ain't going to happen.
Oh.
I said, if you want term limits, you can do that at the ballot box. If you think they
I
should
agree.
only have, if you should think that whoever's in that position should only be in there for one term or two terms, at the end of that second term, if they're running for a third, you vote for whoever's against them.
That's right.
Period.
You really want term limits and get enough people on board
Yeah.
for term limit.
It doesn't matter what party they're in. If they've been in there for too long and you don't want them in there, they're out.
That's true. You don't need a law. You just need the voters to decide.
Or
That's
if you're
what they
voting
want.
in the primaries and it's a Republican primary and you got two options and one of them is going for a third term and one's new, you vote against the one that's going for the third term and you vote for the other one.
But here's
If you really want term limits.
I'm going to poke a hole in it a little bit because a lot of times it seems to me that the alternative to the incumbent is the more radical. It's the Tea Party versus the establishment Republican.
Well,
Right?
that's
the alternative isn't another incumbent-like
Yeah.
person often. It's going to an extreme one way or the other.
yeah, but you
It should be what
yeah.
it should be is an establishment moderate being replaced by a moderate, but it gets to be a moderate replaced by a.
Well, that's a relatively new thing, though. That whole Tea Party thing is relatively new, last 8 years, right? In that respect, you're probably right. I don't know. It's just it's a fucking mess.
Speaking of mess, we talked a little bit about Trump's thing about the system's rigged a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Is the system rigged? I mean,
Yeah.
Can Russia fuck with our
Yeah.
computer systems?
Yeah.
Can there be some computer shenanigans going on and all that kind of
Well,
shit?
what
And if
I'm-
so, which way
what
is-
I'm reading now-
Which way is it getting?
What I'm
between the voter ID law bullshit.
Uh huh.
I mean, democracy, I don't think has ever been the idea of one person, one vote. Has never been under more attack with the oligarchies, sugar daddies spending all that money, with computer systems that potentially can be fucked with.
Well, the computer systems are so fucking old. The government's got, there's no security there, and you've got Colin Powell. Did you read the email about him saying, okay, so
Here's the irony of this whole
Yeah.
thing. What Hillary did actually probably made it more secure. Right? Because the government computer systems are running, 5, 7, 8 years behind. So have your own private server is actually, here's what happened. Hillary did not trust Republicans, so she wanted to, as she knew she was
Yeah.
going to be Secretary of State, she didn't trust Republicans, so she was going to create her own private server
Yeah.
to make it more secure because the government computers weren't that secure.
Yeah.
And she was worried about the Republicans getting in there and doing some bullshit.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Ironically.
Yeah.
Now she's not trusted
Yeah.
for her email,
Yeah.
but she actually probably made it more secure.
Probably, but that argument will
Yes.
never fly.
But
It will
that's
never
reality
fly. So is it
from a
rigged?
technological
Is it rigged? Yeah, I think it is. I think the whole process is rigged. I think the release of those files showed that the Democratic establishment within the party was really pushing for Hillary.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a rigged thing. Is that not rigged?
That is, it's putting a finger on a scale.
It's rigged.
Rigged would mean,
You're not going to
Yeah.
play copywriter on me, are you? Here?
well, I think rigged is inevitable, and I think that it created more leaning in that
Yeah.
direction. But
Okay.
I'm not saying that what the Democratic
Pushing
Party
one
did,
instead.
yes,
They were playing
is the reason
favorites.
why Bernie
They were
lost.
playing-
And it's not the reason why Bernie lost.
They were playing favorites.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
So when you're playing favorite
It's not-
on any
it's
kind of
not
system,
even
is it
Steven.
rigged?
No.
Yes.
Yes, it's
Playing
not-
favorite is rigged. Okay.
But
Let's
to
use
me,
street
rigged means
talk.
it can only be one way.
Okay, and so we're playing favorite. So is not when a lobbyist lobbies towards a particular thing, that the
They're an undue
legislators
influence.
then undue influence, playing favoritism towards
Yes.
somebody that's giving you money
Yeah.
for your campaign. Yes, favoritism, playing favorites.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think
Yeah,
it's
but
that.
when I'm looking at rigged, I'm talking about where we're going to make it so it comes out 51-49 for X candidate on these computers,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not going to be able to trace it. That's rigged to me.
I
No,
think
just-
rigged towards
I think
the
the-
wealthy and the connected
Yeah.
in corporate America.
And I think
just-
things like voter IDs, laws, and all that stuff chips away at it.
But those are getting overturned pretty quickly. Well, eventually they'll all be overturned. You're gonna have to wait
But it's not
around
just,
and go to the.
people go voter ID
Supreme
and why, and
Court.
I've seen the argument, well, you got to need a license for everything else. It's not just the voter ID.
Yeah.
It's shorter hours. It's making it more
Yeah.
difficult. It's
Yeah.
less polling places. It's that kind of
Well,
bullshit.
didn't
Okay, we're gonna
the
take all the
judge say
polling
in
places.
South Carolina
Yeah.
it's obvious that
North
these
Carolina.
laws, North Carolina,
Yeah.
were slanted towards blacks?
Because it wasn't just about an ID card.
Right.
It
No.
was about,
All
we're going
kinds
to
of
put
things.
6 polling places
Yeah, yeah.
in a place that should have 20.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, that happens to be a Democratic-leaning
Yeah.
district.
So, I mean, they're calling it out for what it is. They almost have to at this point. And so that puts a spotlight back on it. Now, what that means is the people that tried to pass those laws are going to retrench and refine what they're trying to do. That doesn't mean they're going to stop.
Yeah, but
They're
you know
gonna
what? On the other side of
refine.
things, why don't you just make it total transparency? Make it election day on a Saturday. Everybody can vote and have a month early voting.
I don't know. But see, whether it's rigged or not, he's already dropped that turd on the table.
Right. But
Okay, so it's the impression that it.
don't
that
you think
it's-
if Trump won, the same outcry is going to happen?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That would be the first thing I'd wanna check.
Yeah.
But that's really is an undercutting
Mm-hmm.
of institutions.
But this election, it really doesn't matter who wins. There's going to be a huge faction of society that's going to be upset, disappointed, and pissed off.
Yeah.
One section of it will be more heavily armed than the other. Okay, you hear that? That's some fucking weird ass number. Okay, let's do this. Hello? 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 It's a, robocall. Hello? Sometimes I
Have you
get,
been getting your Trump robocalls?
no, I haven't been getting it.
You haven't gotten a
Hello,
Trump
is there somebody
robocall?
here? Call ended. That's the one thing that pisses me off, is I get these calls and I get a call ended,
And then they don't answer.
and then when you go back, okay, let's do this.
You can block that call now.
Yeah, but those calls are always different numbers. They got that shit figured
So
out too.
anytime I get one, I block
So
it.
I'll call back this number and see what I get.
Thank you for calling. If you would like more followers on your Instagram, then visit www.socialmediavip.net and try it for free today. If you don't like to speak to a specialist, press 1,
So it's an
or to
app.
have your number placed on the do not call list, press 2. Thank you.
Instagram.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Yeah,
If
see,
you feel
that's
you
the
agree to
that's
this
the kind of
recording
shit
in error,
that I get.
please check the
It
number
drives
and
me
try your
nuts.
call again.
You can call and you can block it by punching either 2 or 9. 2 or 9 are typically the ones that'll say do not call.
Yeah.
Everybody that's listening to this gets it.
You haven't been getting the Donald robocalls.
No, I haven't
got
gotten any.
Donald.
Oh, you get Donald
Yeah.
robocalls? Oh, I would love to get some Donald robocalls.
It's really annoying. So
Mm-hmm.
he's spending money on that.
Well, he's not putting together much of a ground game.
Not doing
You know.
really much advertising either.
What we see through this whole process is ground game is kind of the horse and buggy way of doing shit. It's old school.
So,
Because he's
Getting
basically
people to the polls.
Huh?
That's getting buses to get people.
Yeah,
make sure your
but
people
we'll
vote.
wait and see what happens ultimately. I think ground game will have something to do
Well,
with
if
it.
he
But what
loses
he's
Florida-
basically done, he's basically taken over the media, is completely nutted, deballed the media.
Well, they go
all
chase
of it.
after the crazy, batshit crazy statement.
Yeah, they're the shit that he's throwing behind him to deflect the missiles as he's jetting off. They're chasing after that stuff. It's just stupid shit. I mean,
So what would you have
absolutely
the media
stupid
do?
shit. Ignore what he says, and was like Mika was saying the other day. How come How come the Trump University was only a couple 3-day deal and nobody's following up on that? How come that's not happening? We find out that he gave a donation to Attorney
Florida.
General in Florida. And of course, she's denying that even happened. But we've got, John
She's
Stewart.
denying she
We
even
have
got-
John Stewart proof that it
She-
actually happened. And
She's denying she even got the 25,000.
no, but she's saying that it had nothing to do with that. But it turns out that, she said that they were thinking about joining the lawsuit. 4 days later, she gets this money, and then they don't join the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Coincidence? Could be. Could be coincidence, Carl.
No, can't be coincidence.
No.
Not in that timeline. It could have been coincidence if it happened 4 months before or 4 months after.
All of a sudden, Donald Trump's one of her favorites, and she's giving him favorable attention.
Which
and,
really is
and so
a slap in the face to the
and so,
citizens.
and so, that whole Trump University was bullshit.
Yeah.
Why is he not being held?
Why isn't he in jail for that?
Yes.
He ripped off a lot of people. I think he's
Why?
got a ton of
Why
lawsuits.
isn't everybody that gave money? Well, part of the reason people are not suing is because they're ashamed and they feel stupid that they gave this carny some money
And they probably don't have
because
the money
they didn't have the money, and so
to
they
sue him.
yeah.
And if you're thinking about suing Donald Trump, what's the first thing that goes into your brain? That's going to cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
He could just lawyer me out.
Yeah, sure. You back off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you can't keep up.
and so that's the way he
Law-wise.
plays.
Yeah,
That's the bully part of him.
yeah. It's amazing out of all the human beings on the planet that this guy is.
But here we are.
Talk Trump all the time for
We're-
them.
we're talk- we've
Carl and Mike
wasted
used
a
to talk
whole-
about religion and
Yeah.
sex and all sorts of
Yeah.
different things. But it's that big of a story.
Bigger than robot sex?
Right now, a couple of years from now, we ain't gonna give a shit who the president
No,
is.
because
we're
you're going to be
banging
busy.
The robots.
You're going to be banging the robots. So, in fact, nobody's ever going to care about anything. They're going to find people dead in their bedrooms, in their backyard, in the garage, in the attic, wherever.
It's like sex whenever you want.
and they're connected to a robot that's
That you got-
malfunctioned.
That got stuck.
Yeah, this got stuck.
It just
It
got
ran out of batteries. You couldn't reach it because the damn robots latched onto you.
It's just constantly milking you, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, no, it just
Oh,
chomps
but
down.
what a way to go. Like,
Chomps down on your dong and you can't get loose, man. Oh,
oh. A little malfunctioning.
no.
We'll have to put a link to the new thing about worried about robot sex being better than human sex because it gets to learn how you like it. Oh.
Oh. Be
I don't
still
know, if it
my
gets
heart.
to measure your thrust or something and knows how to put the exact pressure. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be smart sex. Have you ever had smart sex
Is it-
before?
Yeah. Not just dumb sex.
My sex been pretty.
Yeah, pretty dumb.
You're gonna move into smart sex.
Smart sex.
Smart sex is a whole nother level of sex.
Is it going to be Siri talking to me?
Siri, we'll be talking and saying the exact words you want to hear
Yeah.
in the tone you want to hear it, with the correct. How should we put this? Pressure points.
I don't know.
Smart sex robots. They're coming.
Siri, would you have sex with me?
She didn't understand the question, or she just said no.
I don't know. Let's try it again. Siri, would you have sex with me?
I'm sorry, Michael. I'm afraid I can't answer that.
Siri, would you blow me? She's gone quiet on me.
Siri's not speaking to you.
She's not
Sort of
speaking.
like most of the responses you've had.
Are you offended?
No comment.
All the time? Is that what she
She
said?
said no comment. See, there's still work to be done.
Yes.
Yeah. Siri right now is more platonic.
Yes.
You need to be able to get into the inner workings of Siri. What do you call it? The setup
You need
of
to call
Siri.
it the
And
naughty
you go,
Siri.
yeah, and you have a switch
Well,
that's platonic.
where we're going. Another $1 million idea here. Naughty Siri.
Naughty Siri.
Yeah. It's kind of like Siri, only she's naughty.
Ooh, naughty.
She gives you naughty answers.
In fact, you should be able to dial it up. You should have
here's
Siri's.
how naughty Siri would work. She
Siri's
would dial
platonic.
you up. Part of naughty Siri is like randomly, like 2 in the afternoon, she'll call you, and you don't know who it is, and the phone rings. You pick it up, and you get a little naughty Siri saying, "Oh, do I want you?" Right? Or naughty Siri shows you a picture.
Oh, sexting Siri.
Yeah, she's naughty. She's naughty Siri. I'm liking this. This is another $1 million thought leadership idea here. Naughty
Siri, whip me.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
she teases you during the day, tells you what she's going to do to you.
See, now this is more fun than talking about Trump, isn't it?
It really is. Why are we talking so much about Trump? We talk more about
Because
naughty Siri.
Naughty Siri is not getting enough airtime,
Trump swallows up the room,
so to speak.
so to speak.
And we're not talking about religion either. Religion's gone cold.
Well, religion sold its soul to Trump. The evangelicals backing Trump. I mean, really, how do you have to contort yourself to get behind a guy who is the antithesis
Yeah.
of religion? He doesn't give
Yeah.
a shit about religion.
Yeah.
How do you get behind that? So
don't-
it really shows you that political ideology trumps everything.
Yeah.
It trumps common sense. It trumps religion. What doesn't it? It's a stronger drug.
Do you think
than
when
a
he's
drug.
alone at night, he laughs at how ignorant everybody is and
No,
how
I think-
much of a dupe everybody is being and how easy it is
Because
to
then you're
pull
giving
the
him credit for being like a really smart guy.
Well, that's true.
He's always been narcissistic, so he just bought his own bullshit. Was there a moment where he decided, I'm going to... No, I don't know. I think he's a racist, batshit crazy old man. You know, he started the birth of the thing. That was batshit crazy, and
I feel sorry for the kids.
really.
Yeah, I think at some point I think they realize the old guys.
kids
is,
are out
like,
there
fucked
shooting
up.
elephants.
I think they because what they need to
No,
realize.
they're on the... I don't have any sorry for that.
You
Not
don't?
when you're on the shows
Well, that's
supporting
true.
him and saying, you know, they're not like renouncing him. No, I don't feel sorry for the kids. Sorry.
True. There's going to be some tell-all books after this. There's going to be some people that are
I
going
don't
to
know.
pop up. There's
It's
going to be
got to be the
people that are
family.
gonna,
That's the only ones.
Well, no, there's going to be some other people on the insides. You know, it's like
I don't think it's as big of an insight as you think. I think it's his Trump family and a couple of handlers. They got no ground game, I think.
They just
Did you read the policy team they had who never got paid quit back in August. They were the ones in charge of creating policy
yeah.
that he wasn't going to follow anyway. So you're doing work that really had no meaning, and you weren't getting paid
We'll worry
for it.
about policy if you get elected, right?
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see on a longer
He just wants a
90
bigger
minute
stage to do what he's always done. And right now he's got a bigger stage to do what he's already
He
done.
wants to be-
Instead of being
he
on
wants
one
to be
channel,
president
he's on
right
all
now.
channels.
He wants
right?
to be president because he does think he knows better than the generals. He does think he knows he's smarter than everybody else, and he's full-blown narcissistic sociopath, batshit crazy guy.
Why are the generals not standing up? Are the generals as much of a bunch of feckless pussies as the Republicans are? I mean, why aren't they standing up and just
After this
laughing?
last thing?
Literally laughing at the statement.
Right.
That's just say I've been in the military for the last 30, 40 years. I know all the men, these proud men that he's talking about, and this is laughable what he's saying. He's a complete rube. Why is there not some generals that are standing up? And I don't mean just one. Why is there not
Why are 55% of whites for Trump? If you're a white person, and let's look around the room, 55% of white people are for Trump.
It doesn't matter. It's not going to be enough to push him over the edge.
I know, but it bothers me that 55% of white people. So when he says something like, I'm smarter than the generals, and the press goes running off of that because that's just a batshit crazy statement.
Yeah, they just start making a big deal about him saying that.
But never follow up with how. But how are you gonna
It's
do
deflection. He deflects with absurdities.
Yeah, absurdities and hyperbole about himself. That's what he does. Be for Trump. He actually has a majority of white.
I don't know how much they're for him as opposed to against something else.
I'm disappointed in my Caucasian brothers.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that. I just sit there and shake my head at. They always say, I can't vote for her. That's what it gets down to. I will not vote for her. She's a criminal. I cannot do that.
You're going to vote for someone who's bat fucking shit crazy.
I tell you who else after yesterday, and then we're going to have to cut it. Giuliani. He's all in.
I'm worried about getting older. Does something happen when you hit 70? The brain goes, bloop?
I don't know.
He's gone off the rails.
Well, he's all in. And when they're all in
when
like that, when you're all in like that
Trump.
and you're all in on TV, you got to stay all in. I think it's too hard to back out. Trump's got some shit on him, just like Trump's got some shit on Christie. You got to believe it.
I think there's more stuff to come out. There's more Bondies out there.
And why are we not pursuing that? What's the deal? Is anybody really going after that? Once you have those facts out there, and it seems obvious what it is.
There's a limited amount of press because the newspapers don't sell anymore. If you got the reporter spending half the day writing about Trump's latest stupid comment, then they're not investigating it. The train wreck continues.
Yes.
And we will. We're going to go with it here until the end.
We're going to go right over the cliff with everybody else. And every now and then we'll talk about robot sex.
Yeah.
We need to get one of these companies to send us
a robot.
A robot
prototype.
Yeah. I mean, that would be.
Or we need to get together some programmers and
we need a
Naughty Siri.
We need a beta copy. We need a beta copy of Naughty Siri.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to start talking to Siri, see if I can get her to be ugly.
I'm sure others have tried.
There's got to be some sort of toggle switch that I can throw
to get the naughty. You need to be able to create little personality ones. And Naughty Siri, you should be able to. This is artificial intelligent bots, and you give them a personality, and they have a certain direction, right?
Well, and there's degrees of naughty. You need to be able to dial it in for whatever.
Yeah, you have 10 naughty, or you have 2 naughty.
Yeah.
2 naughty's a ee, little giggle and a wink.
Yeah, 10 naughty is where she's whipping you and barking orders at you.
Exactly.
Not going to
be
going
depending on your mood, you're able to dial Naughty Siri up or down. I think we got a winner here. So let's hope
get more thought leadership from
Carl
and
Mike. It is
Mike.
something you get at Carl Mike. You just don't get the surface level news reporting on Trump.
No.
You get Naughty Siris. You get that's why you keep tuning in, because you never know.
That's right. I mean, these are ideas that somebody needs to run with.
Yeah, and we're giving them away here.
Yeah,
this is $1 billion. Naughty Siri could be another multi-million-dollar idea.
People used to pay us millions of dollars for these kind of conversations.
That's true. You've got some first-level thinkers here.
Yeah, first-level, third-world thinkers.
We are. We are first-level, basement-dwelling thinkers. Okay, with the tinfoil caps.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Naughty Siri, call me. CarlandMike.net. Check us out.
All right.
All right, we're done.
We're done?
It's
okay,
done.
cool. Yeah.
Peace.
Out.